Well, hello. Got a couple people in here. Good to see everyone. Talking 1900, Old Ways, New Times, J.D. Allison, Grandma Rose, Stringfield Ridge Farm, Finite World, Allie, good evening, Finite World. So how is everybody doing tonight? The air conditioner is running in the background. You tell me if it's too noisy. I will get up and shut it off.
Hey, Daryl, good evening. Brenda just got home from hauling dock foam. Ooh, JD is moving to Boston.
To Woo-hoo! Boston?
Wedding bells? Or just going to shack up?
Wait a minute. JD is moving to Boston?
Allie lives in Boston. Oh, you don't keep up with this social stuff. This is JD and Allie are an online couple.
Oh.
Yes.
And she's a Boston girl.
She's a Boston girl.
We've been to Boston.
We've been to Boston. My mother was born in Boston.
We saw those people in those long, long boats out on the river there.
Yeah. They can't hear the air conditioner.
Okay. Then I'm not going to worry about it. So.
Allie, years ago, this was still in AOL days, I made a friend, and she was from Patty was from New Jersey. She met a guy online. He was from Covington, Kentucky, which is pretty much right across the border from Cincinnati. And she left her job, moved to Covington. They got married, and then he moved to New Jersey. Can be done.
It just so you know, yeah, that's really Cher talking. That's not a recording. So I'll put her up here for a second. So anyway, anybody have any issues editing videos this past week? Didn't get anything in emails that I'm aware of. I didn't really check here yet today, but
no, nothing.
Golly, you guys are making it tough on me. Either I've taught you all too well, or the program's too easy. Have to find something tougher. I don't know. So, did
you like Daryl's graphics last night on his promo? Two-seaters, I have not. Grandma says only one thing, freeze frame. I couldn't find it. Isn't that a song, Grandma Rose?
Freeze frame, yeah, that's a song. But that's something I can help you out with. Let me change cameras around here, and we'll get Filmora cranked up. And let's oh, they have a new free download I'm going to have to go get for animated.
Is it possible to move a clip from A roll to B roll?
Is it possible to move a clip from A? Oh, okay. You're talking in your timeline then, I'm assuming. So
all that stuff in the YouTube video description, that is the same in every video. Is there a way to make that automatically be added in every video? Yes, Carrie, there sure is. That is automatically there.
And we will
Daryl,
we'll show you that here in a moment. Let me first just pull a video down into here. This is a short clip that was taken in Hannibal of Stacy with a number of people around her. But somebody asked about freeze frame. So I'm just gonna, let me see if I have sound here. That should do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I'll play a little bit of this and we'll stop it. We'll go maybe 5-10 seconds into this. Okay, we're 8 seconds, 11 frames into this clip, and I just stopped it. So if I want to do a freeze frame of this image that you're seeing on the screen right here, I'll just go down to the clip, do a right click on it, scroll down to right above the delete bar, and it says freeze frame. So you just simply click on that. What it does is it takes a snapshot and inserts that snapshot right into your clip. By default, the default settings is 5 seconds, so I've backed the time marker up. So if we play it here now, right there it's frozen. It's frozen for 5 seconds, and it takes right back off. Now that's the very, very simple part of what you can do with that. You can modify, because that's a JPEG image, and it's actually saved on your computer, so you can turn that into a thumbnail. You can modify that part of the image with a filter. Let me go get something here that really jumps out. So I'll take this filter and I'll put it underneath the clip. I'll back the timeline up just a little bit and play it again. And that just shows you that it stops and takes right back off. So you can embellish that still photo. You can take that still photo and highlight it. Of course, you can copy it. You can place it at the end of the clip. You can go right to the very beginning. place it there. And if I take it back out of where it originally placed it, you would never know that that clip was split. So in other words, what I've done is I've taken that still frame, I've put it in the beginning, I've put it at the end. So if you play it now, you have 5 seconds of still. Of course, you can adjust that time. You can make that time longer. So now it goes into the clip. I'm going to leave it play past that split, as it just did. Never missed a beat. Nobody would ever know that you actually took that clip and cut it in two. Now I'm going to move it clear over to the end. And then there it is at the end. So to take it a step further, put that at the beginning. Let's throw a title on it. That's not going to be a good one. Let me and we'll change this title. Go to it advanced. So for your title here, we'll make this Filmora sample.
I'm going out and get that.
Under the your text here, we'll make that two-family homestead. And because that's longer than what was originally there, I'm going to recenter that. And for the date time, I don't even want date or time. I'm just going to delete those. And it's a little tough to see, but we cannot change the color of this background piece where it's got the little camera and stuff. That's going to always remain white in this particular example. But the Filmora sample, we can change that. So we'll make that an orange. And let's put a border around it. We'll make the border black so it kind of makes it stand out. The two-family homestead, we'll make that orange. And we'll put a border around it as well. And we're going to decrease the size of that because the font's much smaller. So now if we say, okay, we'll put this here. So now you have a title leading into a video, all from a freeze frame. So does that answer your question as far as where the freeze frame is and a couple different ways to use it? Hey Grizz, how you doing? So when you folks, wait a minute, hi. When you folks see me looking over here, that's just so I can see the chat. So otherwise I'd look back at you guys. But when I'm looking down here, it's at the computer. And what's being broadcast, I'm looking up here. So okay, Grandma Rose, I'm glad that answered that for you. Now we can take that a step further. You've got those freeze frames in there. If you want those to blend in better into the clip and so forth, of course, that's what the transitions are for. And we'll just throw a swirl transition in here. So that now, as you're playing this from the beginning, it just gives it a smoother input into the clip. And then, of course, the next step that you might want to do is add some sort of music. I have no idea what this is. I'm just bringing it down. And I'm going to want that to stop. I'm going to want the music to stop when the clip starts. So here's a little, let's see, as Doug would put it, here's a little nugget for you. If you have a split up here where you want it, where you want to mark something underneath, just have your timeline elsewhere on a different clip, on a different part of the clip. Like it is right now, it's at the very beginning. But I want to take this sound, and I'm going to stretch this out so it's easier for everybody to see. I could take this timeline and I could just move it up here, and once I get it right, geez, did I go too far? Yeah, a little bit. That's not far enough. In other words, it's sometimes a little difficult to put it right exactly where the split is. But if you have it off of that, then just go up to your primary timeline, your A clip, I guess. Click on it, and it will move that right to the beginning of that piece. Now that it's at the beginning, highlight the item you wish to cut, whether or not it be music or a title if you've had it longer, or other additional things you've done. You highlight that and you just cut it. So now it's in two pieces. So I'm just moving that off to the side. We'll go back to the beginning of the clip, and we now have and it stops very short. So go into your music, and I'm going to have it fade out over about a second. We'll say okay. So now when you play it, it just fades out instead of just cutting off. So that's a very quick dirty way to create thumbnails, to create, and of course, if you wanted the thumbnail with the wording on it, just play your clip to where you want it, where the whole thing is there. And if you just take the little camera icon underneath the preview window, which I'm hoping this circle will show everybody exactly where I'm at. If you just click on that, that will create a thumbnail for you automatically. That thumbnail can be uploaded to YouTube as a thumbnail for the video. You can use that in other places on the video. So.
Okay, now you had the question about the information in the description box.
Okay, information in the description box. So let me do this.